Guys, hello. I just want to see, just trying to make sure you guys can see me, because I can see you, but I just want to make sure. Alrighty, guys. So I was gonna actually film outside the live stream, but the problem is it's way too cold, and I am freezing out there. And another thing is, like, when I'm talking to you guys, it's gonna be windy. So let's say if I'm talking about something, you're gonna hear the wind blowing, and I was like, it doesn't seem like it's a good day to go outside and talk. It is gonna start raining soon, within like an hour, which I don't understand why inside the lounge area it's so freaking cold. So if I put on a sweater, don't mind me. Today's video is gonna be basically on dating advice. I really want to share with you guys my experience on dating advice because it definitely helps you build a healthier lifestyle, especially when you're trying to find another person, a companion. I'm talking about dating advice that you want to be with somebody. I'm not talking about dating advice when you want to mess around and mess with this person, mess with that person. That's your prerogative, that's your problem, that's your story. This is for people that really want to do something that's more serious. Because right now I have a lot of friends that are dating, and the mistakes that I made or the mistakes they made, I realized I was like, maybe I should talk about this. So first things first, when I started dating, I had no idea what I wanted. I don't think anybody knows what they want when they first start dating, because you want a bae, you want a boo, you want someone to be with. And the thing is, what was one of the bad reasons when I started dating was, one, I was bored. Two, I just wanted someone because I felt like everybody else had someone. The seasons were coming up. Let's say if it's Christmas or like summer, you want someone to be with, right? Yes, it is raining. I hate the fact that it's raining, because when I was outside, I kid you not, guys, and next time it's a nice sunny day, I'm gonna show you what the outside looks like. Like, it's so beautiful. But just to let you guys know, and three, I felt like I was also dating when I didn't have that much money to be dating. I feel that if you're gonna start dating, you need to be able to be financially stable, okay? And at one point when I was dating, I wasn't really financially stable. I had credit card debts. I had, my account at one point in negatives every other week. I also was not saving as much. So don't date because you're bored or because you need to or because you want to. Date because you feel that you're ready to meet somebody in your life. And it's not fair for the guy or the girl to always pay. Okay, so my thing is, yes, when I was dating my boyfriend at the time, yeah, he would be he would be paying for majority of the dates. But as you're going forward, we started to do like one time he pays, one time I pay, right? So that's what we did going forward when we started to get into a relationship. And I just want to tell you that don't go for just looks. And I feel like it's not just you, and it's not just me, but I notice girls want to go for like the most handsome guy or the bodybuilder or how much money he makes, or like all these little standards that we have as people. I'm not saying that you can't have standards. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying to you is that you need to be able to be reasonable, because most of those like really hot, gorgeous guys, like majority of them, they're nothing but looking for fun. I'm not saying all of them, but majority of them don't know what they want. I feel like they're not like at the same mindset as someone that's like more serious. Excuse me, it's like freezing in here, and I gotta put on my sweater. I'm like freezing. And another thing is, I really am tired of seeing girls being so freaking shallow. Stop being shallow, okay? Looks, yes, you need to be attracted to the person you're with, but he doesn't need to be like the gorgeous guy. You just need to be able to be attracted to him. Nobody else needs to attract to him. Nobody else needs to think that he's like the hottest thing. If you think he's sexy, that's your type. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Another thing is, let me tell you a story of one of my dating experience. this guy had told me way back, it's like, I want to say like a couple months ago when I was just dating, that he lived in, for example, New York. He worked in like the city as like a network project manager or whatever, right? He was saying all this stuff about him, A, B, C, and D. When I went on a date with him, he did not look like his pictures. He was not actually working at the job that he stated on his profile. Um, he was in fact divorced from a previous marriage that he had, and I had no idea that he was even married to begin with. He wasn't even divorced yet. He was in the process of a divorce. So I already felt like I was getting catfished because not only was he not looking like the guy, he was also lying about his profile. You really need to be careful, especially for women. You guys really need to be careful on like who you are seeing. I went on a date with this guy without video calling him. And my advice to any woman is you need to video call these guys, okay? Or they need to video call you. I feel like I feel more comfortable after seeing you on a date. I need to be able to see what you look like. Because if I don't know what you look like, I have a feeling that you're not looking the same as your pictures. And everybody looks a little different from their pictures. But this guy was a little too drastic. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, who is this person? So we went to the movies, and I just wanted to go home. So I had told him, I'm not really feeling this. I really have to get going. Thank you for the experience. I'm really sorry. I don't really think this is for me. So he begged me and begged me to stay. He's like, no, let me make this up to you. Let's go out to eat. Let's go do something like right after the movie. So I was like, I felt so bad for this guy that I was just like, okay, fine, let's just stay here. But because I just did not feel comfortable, and I hope you guys don't have to go to this, but I told him I went to the bathroom, and I was like, I really have to go, and I decided to go to the bathroom and go to the exit sign in the back. Okay, and that is not the right thing to do. But this guy really did not want me to go. I kept telling him over and over again before the movie started, and I felt like I was trapped while the movie was still going, and I just left. So it's not something I'm not telling you should do that, but sometimes it just made me feel so safe. I felt like this guy was like really clinching to me, and I don't like when I don't feel safe. I have to go. Like I feel like as a woman, you gotta protect yourself. Yeah, even though I'm in the movie theaters and yeah, there's a lot of people there, it doesn't matter. Um, my biggest thing is to always, make sure you're checking these guys out. Make sure you need to know what they bring to the table, what they offer. I should have asked more questions about his job because he sounded like he was still working when we were texting. I had no idea that he was not working. There was so many red flags in the beginning that there was no way for me to even go back. So that was one bad date experience. I have a lot, but this is not what I really want to talk about. It's just my bad experience of dating. My other thing is, besides being shallow, like to try to avoid that at all costs, you need to learn how to humble yourself down. I feel like a lot of people have these standards that are so freaking high. You need to be a little bit more reasonable. Yes, of course, having a family man or having someone that's financially stable is a good thing. But you shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, I want a doctor. Oh yeah, he needs to make this amount of money. Or oh yeah, he needs to, I don't know, he needs to drive this certain amount of car. Just because he drives that amount of car doesn't make him a millionaire or billionaire. You don't know what he does to get that car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look for that. So I am grateful that I met someone that, yes, he's in a good job and he's financially stable, and he treats me very well. But I had no idea what his job was. He just told me about his job, but I had no idea how much it makes or what he actually did until we went on a date and he was explaining to me. And still then, I still don't even know what he does. But he's more in like the technical field. But besides all that, I feel like people need to stop having these really high standards, because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna lose the guy of your so-called dreams. Just focus on the fact of working on yourself before going on dates. That is my biggest advice to you. Because when I started to go on dates, I wasn't preparing myself to work on myself. I was, like I told you, I was confused. I was bored. I wanted to, have fun, live my life. Well, now that I got older, when I started to try this dating apps, or if I tried to meet someone at a club or a bar or whatever, I really realized that I wanted something serious. So I was like, I really can't find anything serious at a bar. I really can't find anything serious at a club. So I was like, that's out. I'm always so busy. So I had to try like dating apps, and I was highly against them. But you can definitely protect yourself on a dating app if you use the dating app wisely. So my advice to you is, when you're ready to go on a dating app, you need to work on yourself. You need to have like a steady base, at least income, and you need to be able to just you need to be able to be at a comfortable level where you feel that you can be with someone, you know? Not the fact of them supporting you, or the fact of treating you out, or the fact that they're whining and dining with you. No, the fact that someone wants to be with you because you want to be with them, and you want to try to see if it works, okay? Yes, I did make a list. I did make a list of things that I want in a guy. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I made a list of what I want in a guy because I wanted to figure out what exactly I want from a person. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You're lucky if you get everything on your list. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. But the main important things that you really want, I made sure that the main important things that I wanted was highlighted. Like that was like a deal breaker if it wasn't there, which is really like the main ones, like a family man. A good man's gonna make good decisions in his life, financially stable. Not of how much money he had to make, but the fact that he was financially stable. Like little things here and there, loyalty, obviously, and all that stuff, right? I just realized that people think that if you're like an attractive girl, it's so easy for you to go on dates. That's wrong, okay? Because trust me, I will look so good when I go on a date and I get all dressed up, I get all dolled up, I do my hair. Right now it looks like it went through the rain, but it's totally fine. It was pouring a little bit, so excuse me. But you get all ready and you really think that hot girls and beautiful girls get so many guys. We get so many goddamn creeps, okay? I get so many creeps. I get even people that will send me like dick pics, or like sugar daddies on like my Instagram, and like it blows my mind. Even like on like dating apps, you will have people to be like, oh, I'm in it to have fun. I don't know about you. I'm just letting you know. And I'm just like, who? Like, I don't want any of that. And I will make it clear in like my bio if I had to, but I don't think I wrote that I wanted something serious. One of the questions that I went on Hinge, by the way. One of my questions was like, I'm vegan, respect that. Like, that was one of my answers to my questions. I forgot what the other two were, but right off the bat, you can tell that I had like a serious demeanor, and I don't want no games. So I just want you to understand that even if you're like the prettiest girl, or the best looking body, or banging body, or whatever, it's not easy to get the guy of your dreams, okay? And don't feel discouraged. I had to block a lot of men on my social media accounts, or block them from my dating app, because there's a lot of creeps out there. But I guarantee you, if you work on yourself, and I'm not talking about just physically, I'm talking about mentally, talking about you got to make sure everything up here is okay. I know we got some things going on, ladies, and I know we got some things going on, guys, but you got to make sure you're fixing this. Another thing I got to tell you, anything that's in your past needs to stay in your past. If you got an ex that's rolling around in the back of your head, that person has to go. There's no way you're going to be able to go on these dates and start a relationship with somebody knowing that there's somebody else that you're still thinking about. That's emotionally cheating. I don't care what anybody says. You may not be physically fucking that person, but you're emotionally cheating because you're still bringing up your past. Do not bring your past into your present so it doesn't continue in your future. Please remember that. That was one thing I told myself I want to work on. I do not want to mess up anybody's life, because if somebody's really into you, guess what? You're going to tell them, oh, you know what? Honestly, I'm still thinking about my ex. You know how much of a slap in the face that is? And I would be damned to find out that, you know, someone that I'm with for so and so long is still stuck in their past. If you're still stuck in your past, don't date. You need to work on yourself. Besides mentally, spiritually, where are you religiously, or where are you in faith? You need to be able to come into something, whether you want to be atheist and believe nothing, whether you want to, you know, put more into your religion or put more into your faith or God, or gods, whatever you believe in. I believe you need to make sure your boundary of spiritual level needs to be good too, because once you have faith, everything else is going to flow too. But you have to have a strong faith in something, you know, whether you don't believe in anything or whether you do. Besides physically, mentally, emotionally, you need to be emotionally there. My biggest problem is when I used to be on dates, my mind would be somewhere else. It may not be on another guy, but it would be like on, oh, I got that homework assignment due. I got to do that assignment. Like, damn, what did he say? I'm just gonna nod. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, listen, if you're not gonna be present, you're gonna skip out on the most amazing guy or woman in your life. Okay? You need to be present in the moment. You need to let all those things that are coming into your head, like, get out. You know, when you're somewhere with somebody else, stay in the present moment. It's such a beautiful thing, because that's how you build memories. You're going to remember, hey, listen, I remember when we went on this date and you were smiling, or you were blushing, or it was cute, or you were wearing this cute top, or whatever it is, right? You need to stay focused. And if you have problems focusing, because I always had problems like focusing, I always like branched off to something else, start meditating. And I know I talk about meditation, I feel like, in all my live streams, but start meditating, because when you have so much in your mind and you actually sit down and meditate, all that stuff will eventually come into your meditation and flow out, because you already have it in your mind, you're already thinking about it, and then once you're done meditating, it will go out. After it goes out, do not bring it back into your mental. Stay present in the moment. It is beautiful. Your presence does create your future, so just remember that. Another thing about dating is, and this one's pretty hard, let your skeletons out of the closet. If you want to build a healthy relationship within yourself and your partner, you need to let your skeletons out. I don't think there should be any hidden things. I'm still, and I'm going to be honest with you, you know, I'm in a relationship for about a couple months now, and it's still hard for me to say certain things to my partner, but there wasn't a point that when he asked me a question, I would just tell him the truth. There was never a point where he asked me something and I was lying. I let it all out. I may not have let everything out that he wants to know, because I always told him, like, please just give me time. I will talk to you about it, but it's not the right place or it's not the right time. But I am going to discuss everything that he wants to talk about. Majority of things, like my past relationships, he pretty much knows, or my current situation, or whatever. Anything like really serious, he pretty much knows majority. But that's because I'm such an introvert. Like, I'm such a person that closes, and I'm not good at, you know, being an open book sometimes, you know. So it does take time, but don't keep those skeletons in, because eventually they're gonna find out. So you might as well just let it out. Another thing is, when you work on yourself and you have goals that you want to achieve, I'm telling you right now, when you have goals that you want to achieve and you're working towards it, something good is going to come to your way too. Because once the universe sees that you're really working at it, that person is going to come your way. Whether it's in a dating app or like a library or happen to be in the same complex as you, it will happen. You need to have faith in it, okay? Don't force things. I never force things, because I'm a very awkward person. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very like awkward. I feel like I'm a little out there on certain topics, but you know, I always try to show like the real side of me. Nothing like sugar coated. Always try to be like authentic. And you really need to be true to yourself. Be true to yourself so that you can be true to the person that you're trying to date or the person you're trying to meet up with, right? Another thing is, don't. There was one thing I wanted to talk to you about. What was it? Oh, this is something I'm also working on as well. Don't fill your relationships full of your past complaints, or don't bring your past life into your relationship, into your current relationship or your current dating life. Like, for example, if one of your exes was, I don't know, possessive, don't start being like, oh, don't be so possessive, I went through that, don't do this, don't do that. Like, the fact that you went through that, you're bringing it back, you're giving them like an idea, or obviously your past fear of possession, right? Don't bring those problems into your relationship. I feel like the best way to talk to somebody is be like, hey, you know what, listen, I went through a relationship where I felt like my ex was very possessive of me, or like very like this, very like that. That's something that should just come out naturally within the blue. That is something that you don't want with them. After you discuss that issue, you should not be bringing that up again. You need to let it go. A lot of people like to bring up even the past arguments you have with the person you're dating to bring it back up into the relationship. Stop doing that. Once it's in the past, just let it go. Let it rock. Sometimes I have issues of, in the beginning when I was dating, my past would come into my present. And I realized how much that affected my relationship. And I realized how much that makes the other person feel like, oh, can they be with you? Do they really want to be with you? Can they put up with you in that sense? You gotta learn how to let it go and grow from that, man, because I'm telling you, nobody wants to deal with the bad stuff about you in your past. They want to see that you overcome it, and that it's a whole new leaf. It's a whole new life. That you're okay. Even if you're not fully okay, you're working on it. You're still working on yourself, and it's fine. But don't sabotage your relationships. Another thing, while you're dating, appreciate that person more, whether it's a woman or a man, right? Appreciate that person more. Every time my boyfriend cooks for me, I always say thank you. I am so appreciative of him, and not even just food. I'm talking about the whole shebang. I'm talking about down to spontaneous dates, down to just sitting and chatting with me on how my day is. Sometimes we don't have to go out. He'll just cook me some food, and we'll sit together and we'll talk. I like the fact that we like at least try to interact with each other. I also like the fact that we respect each other's space. Like, whether he's working on something, I won't bother him, because I know when he's serious on something, I like to respect that. In the same way, like if I'm working on something, he likes to respect that, because we're both working on like really big goals right now, right? I appreciate everything, whether it's not even just taking me out, but also treating me good and treating me like a human being and treating me like a woman, treating me well. Um, Never laying his hand on me or anything. Yeah, we got into fights. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. Every relationship is gonna get into fights. Bada bing, bada boom, right? It's fine. But I never felt like, like I'm gonna be scared of this person, or I never felt like, oh my God, this guy's gonna hit me, or I never felt like he's disrespectful. I'm very grateful for who I have in my life. Plus, I feel like I'm free to be able to do whatever I want. I feel like he's not like over my shoulder about like, you can't do this, you can't do that. He is very respectful of my lifestyle and how I am, or how I dress, or everything. So I'm just grateful of even the little things, even when someone wants your attention and gives you kisses like your boyfriend or girlfriend. I love that. I feel like it's so great to give a little bit of attention here and there throughout the day. So never forget to be grateful of the person you're with. Acknowledge that, because once you acknowledge that and you tell them, hey, listen, so and so, let's call the person you're with Bobby or Sam. I appreciate the fact that you took me out today, or I like the fact that, you picked me up from my house to take me to your place, or I like the fact that we're watching a movie together, something simple. It's always so nice to just show a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of being grateful. Goes a long way. Another thing I want to explain to you, because I'm about to cut this live stream soon, 24 minutes. Wow, it's the longest live stream. Be patient. Okay, and I know people are gonna be like, oh my God, I know that, Janelle, I know that we have to be patient, but I'm telling you, I did not think, I'm telling you right now, I did not think the person that I was dating at the time was going to be like the person I'm going to be with now, right? Be patient, go with the flow. I can't believe it even happened. I feel like I don't even know what happened. I felt like 8 months went by so fast. And I think that's crazy. That's awesome, but it's crazy, you know? Be patient because things are going to come to you. No matter what age you are, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm 27, right? And I always had the craziest jokes in my house. Oh, you're never going to get married. Oh, you're going to stay home till you're like 50. Oh, where's the guy? Where's the ring? You know, even my cousins would be like, oh, boyfriend yet? Like, you know, I had pressure from family, friends, blah, 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 coworkers, whoever, name it. They always ask me. And I felt like as the years were going by, I was like, damn, I'm so old. Like, I'm never going to find somebody. Like, damn, this sucks. And even though I was dating people too, or if I was in a relationship, I knew they weren't the person for me. But as you know, when you're young and naive, you always think like, oh, maybe that person will change. Well, guess what? They all failed. And it just so happens I'm in something that where I feel like it's more mature and healthy and just beyond grateful and just happy. I'm just happy. And I hope that every woman and every man can experience this life. And even though, like, I am financially stable to be able to pay my bills and I don't have debt anymore. I have obviously loan debt, but I pay it off every month. I always give payments to it. But I feel like I'm at a really good place in my mindset too. I'm really at a good place in my physique. I also eat a plant-based diet. And I realized like that person just came out of nowhere. So working on yourself is like the best thing you can do. I hope this resonates with you. It was just something that popped into my head. Usually what I do with live streams is I think about the topic I'm going to talk about an hour before, because I'm trying to feel like, what else can I talk to you guys about building a healthy relationship? In order to build a healthy relationship with anybody, if this is the only thing you're going to leave with and you're going to learn from, you need to be able to build a healthy relationship within yourself first before you can build it with somebody else. So please understand that working on yourself, even if they're minor things and you may not think they're big, trust me, each stepping stone is to your future, okay? Just remember that. Each little stepping stone that you make in your life that's building yourself is for the better you and for your future. So think about it that way and you're going to go far. And I really hope that you guys like this. You guys can give it a thumbs up. Another thing I want to say to people, I have noticed on my videos that a lot of people will watch my content, but there's not a lot of them that are subscribed to me. I actually have more people that watch me that are not subscribed to my channel. Why is that, guys? Please subscribe. The reason why I'm telling you this is that it helps the channel. It helps me pump out more videos. Even if there was videos that you guys wanted, specifically building on a healthy lifestyle, let me know. DM me on, Instagram if you have it, or my email. I'll leave all the links below. Stay tuned for my Chloe Ting 2-week ab challenge review. I'm going to be launching it either Wednesday or Thursday, but I will definitely let you know on Instagram like a day before. Wednesday morning, I really feel like it's going to upload because I'm halfway done video editing. So stay tuned for that. I will be showing a before and after picture of what my body looks like. And drink a green smoothie for me because I didn't get a chance to have mine and I may have mine later. So I hope you guys have a lovely night. It is drizzling a little bit. It's going to be thunderstorming soon. And hopefully you're inside watching the rain because I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just so beautiful outside too. And it's not that cold, but I'm freezing in here. So guys, bye. Take care. Have a good one. Peace. Love you. Bye.